Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A first down for the offense. Going with the ground game left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Finds his man. It's Benson. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. It's Uiagalelei. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They're bringing heat. Wiggles free. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense is fact. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down for this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't have... The run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Let's see what they've got on second down. On the run, it's Edwards. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Leaves it with the back. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They move the tight end all over. They go to the ground. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And here's the return. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now,
turns it on down the left side. The tag! Touchdown, Florida State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Line gets set, first down. Power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The run to the left. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll try to run for it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set it down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
It's complete. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. From the 4. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're going to throw it again. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
On the ground, it's Toafili. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Back to pass. It's Uiagalelei. The throw. Connection to the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Going up top on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Benson. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The run from the shotgun. Oh, what a move. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not a really huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
They run the reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is perfect. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it up the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Michigan. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Got enough for the first. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Now on first down from the 40. They're getting this guy lathered up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw it to Uiagalelei. Coming after him. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Well, it's a nice run there to keep the drive going, get the first down. I'll tell you guys, I'm impressed so far by this offense and their ability to run it early.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Catch in the middle, it's Morlock. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. trying the left side. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he doesn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Third and goal where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Back to throw. It's Uiagalelei. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Never a doubt. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he's going to run it back. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to run it left here. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Corners are going to bail. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. To the air, it's Orji getting some heat. And that pass picked off, bringing it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, no!
Man, how great is it to see the most athletic position on the field doing work, showing he could be a running back, showing he could be a wide receiver. I mean, what else can't a defensive lineman do? What an athlete.
He's not going to get there as this defense stops the two-point conversion attempt, and they hang on to this slim lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking downfield, it's Orji trying to get to him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Try to get it on the ground. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got a man. It's Edwards. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Looking to pass. It's Orji. And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Seminoles. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do it. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Man, those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop the run.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They're going to ride this running back. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that arc. Fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Orji. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, after that miss, we are still sitting on a 5-point game. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this.
Hit the afterburners, kid. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The short hands, it's Douglas. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
It's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
How about that play? Battling the football, like that's dangerous on a kickoff with so many fast guys coming down the field. A lot can go wrong, but man, did it look sweet. The nice little lateral kickoff return, you don't see that very often.
To the air, it's Orji. Zings it complete to the right. He gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion ties the game.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback extends the play. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On second down, he's looking downfield. Right on target this time. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Noles will hustle to the line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The aerial assault continues. They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
In offense, will take over.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try the left side. Open space at the 25. Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Number 7.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Off play action. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback will audible. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch on the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, they wanted this guy catching the ball on the right side of the field. They could have just lined him up over there, but they didn't that time. He started off on the left side. He crossed the defense and made the catch on the right side of the field. And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Back to throw. It's Uiagalelei. They're setting up the screen. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with third and 4. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
18 yards. Now, fourth down.
It's a one-scored game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep.
Man, you just hold your breath every time this particular receiver gets the ball in his hands. Because of his speed, he's dangerous to score every single time he touches it. That time on the jet sweep, though, the defense did a better job playing team defense and getting him on the ground.
The RPO, it's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. He makes a catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Jet sweep to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You got to give kudos to this defense. They are so well coached up. How about the awareness and the ability to play with great eye discipline? They located the football. They located that receiver on the jet sweep and were able to make the tackle.
They'll give it to the back. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Got his man in the middle. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Looking downfield, it's Orji. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with the W.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Gets away from one. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The give to the tailback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Comes out throwing on first down. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, no! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He's going to bring it out from deep. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He runs out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great